Matt, Mondo, and David Ross.
My role within the organisation is to head up the enforcement side. I have the interesting bit in terms of going out and enforcing the legislation that we have, and the way that we operate will impact on you guys that are anglers in two ways. Directly, because we manage recreational fishes now. If any of you pot or go diving for crab, lobster or scallop when you're diving, then you'll need a permit from us. So we're starting to manage the recreational fishes as well. But our core work is still regulating and managing the commercial fishes. Tonight I'm going to give you a bit of an update on the regulations that we've got and where we are currently. We're right at a really interesting point in our development as an organisation. So we have introduced some permitting bylaws. So the reason why we do that is so that we can manage the fisheries in a flexible way. So we've got three in at the moment: the mobile fishing gear permit bylaw, the diving permit bylaw, and the potting one. And on the mobile gear one, we've been quite successful in using that to protect the marine protected areas. So there's one in Lyme Bay, there's one down off Plymouth, and we've prosecuted quite a few fishers for breaching those areas. And anecdotally, we've heard back that fishing actually has improved since the trawlers haven't been in there so often. And the last one we had was only last week, and that was £27,000, and the one before that was £35,000. So we're just starting to dig into them a little bit more now. But what's really interesting is we've been more successful because we operate in a more targeted way. We don't go out there on drumbeat. We haven't got that big grey thing anymore. We use small boats. They're not so easy to see, and we can move them around more often. But the thing that's changed it completely is the fact that we've got vessel monitoring on the trawlers now. So the over 12 metre boats, we can see them every 10 minutes, and next week we start the rollout for the rest of the mobile gear fleet. So all boats over 7 metres that are using trawls or dredges will be able to see them, and it will be down to 3 minutes when they're in the wrong areas. So we think that will be a real deterrent to any further illegal fishing. The other thing that we've been working on, which seems like forever, but we've finally got to a point, and I'm glad I'm stood in front of you now when I know that there's some development, is the netting permit bylaw. So the main thing about that will be that it will remove all nets from all our estuaries. So the only nets that can be used in an estuary when it comes in will be a seine net, and that seine net can only be used for sand eels. As with all the other permit bylaws, there will be a requirement for anybody that wants to use a net recreationally to have a permit from us, but they're going to be very limited in the fact that you're only going to get 25 metres of net. It was really the authority reflecting that was netting really that much of a recreational activity, and if you had too much net, you were starting to blur into potentially going into commercial operations. So the good news is that the bylaw is there on the minister's table, and it's going to be signed off imminently, and that bylaw will be in place from the 1st of March of this year. So from the 1st of March there will be no more nets in the estuaries. That said, we know that that won't stop certain individuals, particularly those operating out of Plymouth in the dories. We do get success with them from time to time. The last time that we came across them, well not the last time, but the one I can remember was on Valentine's night last year, and that was a taxi driver from Kingsbridge that rang that in. And that's the really important thing, that while you're out there angling, particularly when you're fishing at night, but any time, we want to hear from you guys if you think that there's anything suspicious that you want us to know about. We'd much rather have 100 calls where people aren't quite sure what's happening, and we can explain that that's all good, because it's that one call that really helps us. So like I say, a taxi driver just on the end of his shift saw them shooting their nets. We went down with the police, and they were sort of carted away on that occasion, and he ended up in prison, that gentleman. So that was a really good result. But we have a out of duty office number. It's on our website, but if you ring that, then an officer will answer it. We can't necessarily respond to all calls at that time, which is frustrating, but it's the next best thing, because although we do a great job, some might say, there is only 5 enforcement officers, and our district is all of Devon, Somerset and the Severn. So we are pretty thinly spread, but that's why we work on a target-led, intelligence-led approach. So that only the 5 of us, but last year we had over 60 investigations, and I can't remember how many prosecutions we had in court or fines that were issued, but we are far more effective now than we were when we just used to be out there and about all the time. So you might not see us very often, but rest assured we are out there. Last year again, there's only 5 of us, but we covered every weekend, and we covered every bank holiday. So if you think that it's worth ringing in, the number's there. I've got it with me now if you need it. But I won't say it out because it would just be taking your time. But really, really important to ring in if you've got any concerns. That's about it from me in terms of the enforcement side. Liv's is going to talk to you about some of the stuff that we've done on wrasse and bass, and anything else that ends in ass. No. Really. And then I'll chip in with anything else on the enforcement side. We're not going to blast you with too much information in one go, but we would like to spend quite a bit of time to answer any questions you have on anything fishy. We'll try to answer it from our perspective. Thank you.
I thought the 2 main things I want to talk to you about tonight are wrasse and bass. I thought they're 2 really hot topics in the southwest at the moment, and you might all have lots of questions. So if I just go through a couple of the things that IFCA are involved with, if we start with bass, really hot topic at the moment, obviously. So bass is covered mostly at the moment by EU legislation. We do have some IFCA legislation as well that we can enforce, or it's actually MMO legislation that we help to enforce, which are bass nursery areas. We know that bass stocks have been declining for about 6, 7, 8 years now. Bass are a very vulnerable species in this part of the world, obviously, because they're in the northern part of their range. So when you have cold winters, they don't recruit very well, and we've had that combined with heavy commercial fishing pressure and increasing commercial fishing pressure. We all know how much bass are worth. So we've had this really, really stark decline in European sea bass, really, to us marine biologists, really worrying. Our hands are tied up to some extent. We don't make the rules for bass. It is done at a European level because the stocks aren't just in our waters, but we still have an interest, and our authority thinks that we can take those measures and actually improve on them. But that's a slow process for us. So we have had increasingly restrictive bass measures. Our authority has been frustrated that they haven't gone far enough a lot of the time. So the scientists recommend a total allowable catch, a TAC. That says it's setting a quota, how much we can fish, and the scientists recommend that amount, and for every single year since that decline, the actual amount set has been higher than the recommended amount, so commercial fishing has been allowed to continue at an effectively unsustainable level. So we wanted to have a think about what can we do at a local level. Remember that the IFCA only goes out to 6 miles, bass stock move further out than 6 miles, especially on their spawning migrations, but we felt like that wasn't an excuse to do nothing. So we did a review of bass ecology. We looked at where there was already management in our district. That was mostly for juveniles and bass nursery areas. We thought about how they move, what we know and what we don't know about how they move in our area, where they aggregate. And we basically have come up with a work plan. About 3 years ago now, we came up with our bass work plan. And the frustrating thing is that we can do something, but we don't have the evidence to back that up. We have anecdotal information about where they're spawning or where they might be migrating, the migration routes through our district, but that seems to be changing, partly because some of those populations have been removed by commercial fishing, partly because of climate change. They're very they move a lot with temperature and frontal systems in the water. So we knew that we needed to do some more research. So we actually have paired up with Plymouth University, and we have a PhD student at Plymouth University. And he's decided which bits of this really huge question he can start to answer, and which bits actually we need to have a bigger partnership-based approach. We can't do it on our own with the IFCA because we're so small. So he identified that actually bass nursery areas, we often have complaints that actually the bass are aggregating, especially adult bass or large juveniles, just outside the nursery areas where the commercial fisheries can still target them. So he has applied for something called European Marine Fisheries Funding, which offers access to large pots of money. He's won £250,000, and he's spending that money doing some quite high-tech science, putting tags inside bass, actually in the inside body cavities of bass. They survive it, they're perfectly happy, they still grow, they still spawn. Small numbers of bass in estuaries, and we're looking at the large juveniles, the smaller juveniles, and hopefully some adults. And then we put acoustic receivers that are about this big, kind of black boxes that go into the water column. We attach to existing moorings, or we put new moorings down. And we've got about 84 of them spread throughout 3 different estuaries. So we're looking at the Dart, Salcombe and the Tortorridge. And these acoustic arrays, they're called, these receivers that can detect where those tagged bass are moving, will be put in different places in estuaries to look at how those bass are using the different habitats, but crucially at the mouths of those estuaries, and any point where the estuary gets slimmer, so we can see, we're basically pinging where and when that bass is moving up and through each estuary. I can send you lovely maps of this if anyone's interested. I can maybe send some to David to distribute, so you can see where those receivers are going to be, hopefully this year. The idea is that we'll be able to see where the large juveniles and adult bass are moving in and out of estuaries and the timings of that, and especially when they're moving out, and how much time they're spending outside that estuary, and where they're not quite getting the protection that they need. The idea of that is that we can then review whether we need to extend the boundaries of those bass nursery areas. So that's really exciting. There's all sorts of other work Tom's going to be doing. The other big bit is looking at very juvenile use of salt marsh, and looking at the effects of headline depths of commercial fixed nets. So the Environment Agency have concerns about bycatch of salmonids in gill nets in areas with freshwater input, but also for sea trout throughout the coastal waters. And so we need to do some work to look at bycatch and commercial netting of salmonids, but we can tie that in with our bass research and look at how that's affecting bycatch of bass. So that's really exciting. The idea of that will basically help us to look at whether we can increase protections for bass in our district. The other big bit of work we want to do is looking at how and why those adult bass are moving on a much broader range in our area. Now that's really expensive work, it's really high-tech work, and we are hoping that we're going to be part of a partnership with some other government bodies that is going to tag bass with a different kind of electronic tag, that will basically, when you get those tags back, you can look at where those bass have moved in the whole of the southwestern Celtic Sea. And from that, if you get certain groups of bass moving in specific areas, then you can start to think about spatial and temporal management. Possibly avoidance programmes for commercial fisheries, closing certain areas at certain times when you're getting reporting of high bycatch. So fingers crossed, we're not saying we can solve the bass issue on our own, but we can start to work towards it. So from my point of view, as an ecologist, when I first heard about the wrasse fishery, I was worried. So they target 5 species in our district. You might have heard quoted numbers for just targeting ballan wrasse, and I think that's more the case in Weymouth and in the Cornwall, where there's also a fishery for wrasse. In our district, they're targeting 4 out of the 5 species that we have inshore. So they're targeting gold cinny, corkwing, rockcook and ballan. They do catch cuckoo, but they actually return them. I think they're too aggressive in the pens with the salmon or something, so they don't take those in the salmon cages anymore. So we heard about this fishery. We knew it was small for the time being when we first heard about it. A couple of boats involved, I think 1 boat involved at the time that we found out about it. But any fishery that targets 4 species, they have extremely complicated life histories. So they have nest building behaviour, a lot of them. A lot of them lay eggs in nests. Some of them start off life as females and turn into males when they get to a certain size. And all of these factors in their biology affect how complicated they are going to be to manage and how vulnerable they are to fishing pressure. So we kind of knew from work that had been done in Norway, where there's been a wrasse fishery for a while, that fishing pressure certainly can decrease them. We know that they're also found all around our coast, so the threat of extinction isn't high, but local depletion was definitely of concern. And because they're part of a reef community, they graze on algae, they interact with lots of other species, we know that they're important. So we also had steer from sort of central government that they thought that if with heavy management that there could be a sustainable fishery. So there wasn't a direct reason for us to implement the precautionary principle to a point where we just closed it at first instance. But we decided that we wanted to be as precautionary as we could whilst allowing the fishery to continue. So we brought in a whole raft of management measures, kind of based on best practice elsewhere to begin with, after a literature review. And then throughout the year, we've basically been building on that evidence base. So the first things that we did were learn from the Norwegian lesson of what had affected their fisheries, and we implemented a closed spawning season because they become quite vulnerable to dying in the pots and dying on the transportation to the salmon farms when they're spawning, so we closed that. We brought in minimum and maximum landing sizes, a separate size for ballan and cuckoo, and then different sizes for the smaller species. We brought in some voluntary closed areas in the first instance. We limited the number of pots on each vessel so that we had a limited effort in the fishery. So by that point there were, I think, 3 boats fishing in our district, and they're limited to 120 pots each. All of the boats have to mark their gear. What else, Matt? Trying to think.
They have to take us out.
They have to, so the really key thing from an environment officer point of view actually is that we've made it a fully documented fishery. So they have to record every single wrasse that they catch every single day, the areas where they put their pots each day, how long their pots have been soaked for, where their pots are. It's all in Plymouth Sound. That's the other thing to mention. You might have heard locally about depletions in Torbay. There is no wrasse fishing in that area at the moment. It is all completely and utterly within Plymouth Sound at the moment. And then the other thing we needed to do is, obviously you're getting the data from the fishermen that is saying this is how much we're fishing, this is where we're fishing. You need to be able to verify that and collect kind of more information on whether the wrasse is spawning, kind of how many are being kept and how many are being returned, what the state they're being returned in, are they likely to be surviving. So we do observer surveys as well. So we go out on the boats and we measure every single wrasse that comes aboard. We record all of those different biological factors, and that's all fed into our management. So in the first instance, our management was based on what was happening in Norway. We've had sort of 6-month period of data collection this summer, and now we've gone back to our authority with some recommendations of how we can tweak our management locally to make it even better. The bylaws subcommittee, led by David, has accepted those and suggested some more changes, and we'll now be going out to consultation on those this month. So that's the other thing to mention. Because of our permitting bylaws that Matt mentioned, we can change our management and bring new management in very quickly. So whereas traditionally, if we had a new fishery like a wrasse fishery come, we would have taken 2, maybe 3 years to make a bylaw. But I think we had management within 6 months of hearing about the fishery. We'd already brought that in, and that was already, it wasn't code of conduct, it was legally binding, it was in the potting bylaw. So that kind of loop has worked really well. The first year of data collection has showed that it's a really complicated fishery. There's been no major decline in the catches of wrasse, but they fluctuate seasonally, so it's far too early to say it's not having an effect. It is having an effect at the current fishing levels. And we've had agreement that we need to continue at that really high level of data collection for at least another year, possibly as long as the wrasse fishery continues. The other thing to hopefully reassure you is that along with the 120 pot limit, if anyone else enters that fishery, so if we have another boat that wants to join that fishery, that automatically triggers a whole reassessment of the management measures, and in all reality would probably mean that we reduce the number of pots down so that the fishery hasn't actually increased in size. So we've been pretty proactive with it. We've used evidence from elsewhere, and we're now putting an awful lot of our time, because again our team has 4 officers, and that requires, that kind of level of effort requires preferably two people doing surveys once a week, which is actually quite a large chunk out of your time when you think that for every day on the boat you've probably got 2 or 3 days data analysis following that up. So yeah, so that's what's going on with the wrasse fishery.
And I think no one could doubt the fact that we do now have recognition. We have it in inshore waters, which is managed by the IFCAs. We have it the far distant waters, which of course the Angling Trust from the main office normally deals with. But we have this recognition. If we don't respond to it, what will happen is that we will lose the recognition. And legislation will be brought in. There will be measures brought in that you will find unhelpful. You will not like them. But providing you get in the beginning, or providing you make those representations, you will find that they will be listened to, and at least you have a very good chance of getting some of your thoughts and views through that we've all fought for such a long time. Thank you very much. Sorry, Matt.
No, that's absolutely right.
The Wyvern Division, Wyvern Region of the Angling Trust has within its constitution a facility to make awards for services to outstanding services to angling. Years ago we seemed to do it quite often. 4 years ago we did it, but I really feel in angling there's a dearth of that. In fact, in any organisation, we don't seem to value our volunteers as we should. People give up time, effort, and very often, because they have a particular skill, they go on doing it for years and years and years and years. And you are here tonight, 3 similar cases. Therefore, the region at this last meeting decided that they would like to make 3 awards. It's a little bit difficult, but I hope you'll understand when you hear who they're for and why it's done. And the first one, I would like to call upon Brian Dennis of the Rod Benders SAC, who has been recommended for award by the president of the Rod Benders Sea Angling Society, or Sea Angling Club. And I'll read the citation, which says, "I have no hesitation in nominating Brian Dennis for Angling Trust Service to Angling Award as provided for in the Wyvern Region Constitution. He has worked tirelessly for the Rod Benders SAC as both Secretary and Records Officer for well over 30 years. In addition, when the Plymouth Federation of Sea Anglers needed a minute secretary, he stepped in without delay and has been a driving force in ensuring the Plymouth Federation and the Angling Trust Wyvern Region continue to provide competitions, especially for young anglers, and to promote sea angling to an ever-growing following." Brian, please stand forward. Made by your chairman.
I think that should be really surprised. Thank you.
If I may move on now, this is the first of the difficult ones. And again, it's a citation for Alec Parker, a member of the DOE Sea Angling Club Plymouth, dated January 2018. "I have no hesitation in nominating our chairman, Alec Parker, for Angling Trust Services to the Angling Award as provided by the Wyvern Region Constitution. The DOV SAC was formed 50 years ago, and it has only managed to reach this huge milestone because of our amazing chairman, Alec Parker, who has worked tirelessly for the club since joining it 48 years ago. The club has a healthy membership because of Alec's ethos of fishing together and helping one another. He is simply the heart of a great fishing club. Alec is also chairman of the Angling Trust Marine Wyvern Region and works incredibly hard to inform and educate local anglers and tackle dealers, and to promote sea angling in a worthwhile recreational sport in the wider audience. I therefore nominate Alec for his award for his commitment and services to DOV SAC and Angling Trust Wyvern Region, Mark Stevens." Would Alec please stand forward? If I may, I'd like to add something of my own to this. Alec came into the Wyvern Committee a long time ago. I haven't got the dates, but it was well over 30 odd years ago now. And it's quite funny really, because everybody thought he was the ideal man for the job. and one or two senior officers at that time all wore blazers, as I do tonight, for the last time. And they said to Alec, all you've got to do, Alec, is go along to meetings, shake hands, and wear badges and all the rest of it. Well, I have a badge here, Alec, which is mine, which I would like you to have, because I know over the years you've had an awful lot of problems with badges. Okay? Alec, congratulations. Thank you, mate. Final one. Excuse me if I'm shaking a bit. There seems to be something in the beer this evening. I'm not quite sure what it is. And this is a citation from Michael Spiller, Secretary of the Honiton SAC and Secretary of the AT Wyvern Marine Region, dated January 2018. I have no hesitation in nominating Michael Spiller, Secretary of Honiton SAC and Secretary of the Wyvern Region, for the Angling Trust Service to Angling Award as provided for in the Wyvern Region Constitution. I am a relative newcomer to sea angling, having started in earnest when I moved to Devon Coast in 2008. Whenever I met experienced fishermen from Beer to West Bexington, one name often cropped up in conversation when talking about people who were passionate about sea angling and had a wealth of local knowledge. That was Mike Spiller. Mike is always instantly recognisable in a fading pink smock when fishing, but I really came to know and appreciate him for his work at committee level. There are a lot of very good fishermen, and there are who enjoy their fishing, but not prepared to give any of their time in championing the rights of the ordinary sea angler. Mike does this all the time. I know he sits on 4 committees, but would not be surprised if he sat on a lot more. Mike's qualities are amazing. I've never seen him flustered, and he retains such a wealth of knowledge, but only uses it when required, never labouring a point. He has no ego and is always accommodating, making a point without even putting someone down. He has a wry smile and a wink when having to handle difficult situations. About 4 years ago, I started attending Lyme Bay trophy meetings, chaired by Mike. What is interesting is that his own club, Honiton, have dropped out of fishing the boat and shore fixtures for these trophies, but Mike still turns up each year to chair the meeting and be secretary for the evening. He was influential in persuading me to join the Wyvern Region, and I have so much respect for that committee. You never stop learning, and I love the grassroots appeal that comes from the NFSA days, which sometimes appears to be underappreciated by the Angling Trust. Mike is a mind of information and is always available for telephone calls on sea fishing related business. Even when taking a bath, he seems to find time to take calls on his mobile phone. How that information is general knowledge, I have no idea. I have worked closely with him on the Wyvern Sea Angling website over the last year, and he is always able to utilise Facebook pages with snippets of information on local coastal issues, Hope Snows, Devon and Severn Ifka, Angling Trust matters, to name but a few. I therefore nominate Mike for this award for all his commitment and service to the Honiton SAC and the Angling Trust Marine Region. Mike Hansel, member of the Lyme Bay SAC.
Thank you, Mike.
And again, I would like to
Thank you. Cheers, Dave.
Right, please, as they say, bear with. We've got a lot to get through. If the recipient of an award is not here, could, if possible, someone from their club turn up to collect the award? We'll start then with October, senior boat winner, with a bass of £11, 14 ounces and 3 grams, Mike Adkins from Paynton SAA. starting it.
I'll take it back. Sorry, we forgot to bring you up.
I'm sorry, man.
That's right.
Senior boat runner-up from Torbay and Babacom SAA with a small live ray of 13 pound 1 ounce, Craig Collins.
Craig.
Senior shore winner, Brixham SAC with a red gurnard of 1 pound 11 ounces and 3 drams, Adam Slack. Senior shore runner-up from Brixham SAC with a black bream of 3 pounds 6 ounces 2 drams, Roy Repton. Junior shore winner, Jack Burnett, Roving Rods SAC with a scad of 12 ounces. You look like a Jack.
Cheers.
Oh, that's for Jack.
That's him as well. Cheers. Thank you.
November, senior boat winner from Payton SAA with a spur dog of 12 pounds, 13 ounces and 4 grams, Paul Scott. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a conger eel of 41 pounds 2 ounces, Rob Wheaton. Senior shore runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a pouting of 2 pounds 5 ounces, Mark Bryce. December, senior boat winner from Payton SAA with a spur dog of 13 grams, Gary Harding. Winner from Holliton SAC with a blonde ray of 2110, Darren Bell. Senior shore runner-up from Roving Rods SAC with a small live ray of 12 pounds 10 ounces, Gary Andrews.
I'm not Gary either.
You are right. Catch it. Cheers, mate.
Not Gary.
I'm not Gary.
Senior boat winner for January, Honiton SAC with a brill of 7 pounds 11 ounces, Steve Butler. Senior boat runner-up from Torbay and Babacom ASA with a cuckoo wrasse of 1 pound 10 ounces and 4 drams, Gary Messenger. Senior shore winner from Honiton SAC with a pollock of 9 pound 14 ounces, Tom Travers. Senior shore runner-up with a conger from the shore of 35 pound, DOE SAC, Adam Nichols. Up the bar. Jason, our job to get away with this one, I think. Junior Shore winner from Roving Rods SAC with a flounder of £2.7, Chloe Olger.
Well done, Chloe.
February, senior boat winner, painted SAA with a spur dog of £18, 6 ounces and 6 grams, Paul Millman. Again, senior runner-up with a spur dog of 15-14, Paul Millman. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a gilt-edge bream of £7, 2 ounces, Rob Wheaton. I'll stay there, mate, for you, Rob.
Yeah.
Senior shore runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a spur dog of £12, 10 ounces, Rob Wheaton. Junior boat winner from Lyme Regis SAC with an LSD of £1, 7 ounces, Keir Tweedle.
Very good job.
Junior shore winner from Honiton SAC with an LSD of £1, 9 ounces, Archie Sweetland. Junior shore runner-up from Timoth SAS with a whiting of 14 ounces and 8 drams even, Harvey Cockram. Collect you want to collect Jack Cockram's for junior runner-up with a whiting of 9 ounces, 8 drams. March senior boat winner from Honiton SAC with a spur dog of £16, 8 ounces, Bill Cassar.
Yeah.
Which one it is?
There you go, you got the special.
I can't read them.
No,
never.
I've seen this one we should have jumped on February 2017 Junior Shore with an LSD of 1.9, Archie Sweetland.
Yeah, I should have given the link. My fault, sorry.
Senior boat runner-up, paint an SAA with a spur dog of 15-2, Paul Millman. Not here. Biggest gentleman of the year, senior shore winner, Rob Bender's SAC with a turbot of £11, 6 ounces, Andy Webb. Senior shore runner-up from Brixham SAC with a small outlay of £11, 2 ounces, 12 drams, Adam Slack. Still in March, junior boat winner, Lyme Regis with a pollock of £11, 8 ounces, Keir Tweedle. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis with a pollock of £4, 14 ounces, Rollo Squire. Get ready. you, Bob. Junior shore winner from Timoth SAS with a flounder of £1 6 ounces, Jack Cochran. 8 Pro, senior boat winner, Gary Harding, from Painton SAC with a spur dog of 16.9, Gary Harding. Senior boat runner-up from Brixham SAC with a spur dog of 15.7, Rob Coulter. Senior shore winner from Painton SAA with a gilt-edged bream of £6 2 ounces and 11 drams, Sean Colson. And from Brixham SAC with a senior shore runner-up with a garfish of £1 9 ounces 4 grams, Roy Repton. Junior boat winner for April from Lyme Regis with a cuckoo wrasse of £1 1 ounce 3 drams, Keir Tweedale. Junior boat runner-up from Honiton SAC with a pouting of £2 6 ounces, Archie Sweetland. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis with a pouting of £2 1 ounces and 4 drams, Roxas Lydiard. Junior shore winner from Honiton SAC with an LSD of £1 11, Archie Sweetland. May, senior boat from Painton SAA with a spotted ray of £6 4 ounces, Darren Scott. Senior boat runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a ling of £18 3 ounces, Tony Swain.
Thank you.
Senior shore winner from Lyme Regis SAC with a turbot of £4 1 ounces, Oliver Mail. Senior shore runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a small-eyed ray of £11 7 ounces, Mark Heyman. Junior boat winner for May, Painton SAA with a small-eyed ray of £12 5 ounces 14 drams, Charlie Passmore.
Medal as well.
Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with a cuckoo wrasse of 7 ounces 13 drams, Jack Rate. Junior shore winner from Lyme Regis SAC with an LSD of £1 8 ounces 3 drams, Ryan Mayo. Junior shore runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with a Ballon Ras of £1 3 ounces 6 grams, Izzy Herbert. Senior boat winner from Paignton SAA with a dab of £1 6 ounces 6 grams, Mike Johnson. Senior boat runner-up from Torbay and Babbacombe ASA with a dab of £1 4 ounces and 8 grams, Nigel Ford. Senior shore winner from Britain. Sorry, mate.
No, he's not here, he's Kate.
That's Kate, then, okay.
I'm a much older Nigel.
You look good though. That's the only reason.
Senior shore winner from Brixham SAC with a thin lip mullet of £4 12 ounces, Roy Repton. Senior shore runner-up from Lyme Regis with a small-eyed ray of £10 3 ounces, Alex Rawlings. Junior boat winner from Cormorants with a scad of 13 ounces, Gemma Southerton. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with a mackerel of 9 ounces and 13 grams, Keir Tweedo. Right, junior shore winner from Honiton SAC with an LSD of £1 14 ounces, Gabby Sweetland. Yay. Junior shore runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with an LSD of £1 8 ounces, Ryan Mayle. Stay there, Ryan. He also take the junior shore runner-up with a Ballon Ras of £1 6 grams. July, senior boat winner from Torbay and Babbacombe ASA with a small-eyed ray of £13 10, Matt Webb. July, senior boat runner-up from Paignton SAA with a ling of £23 15 ounces and 3 grams, Alan Bavister. Senior shore from Brixham SAC with a black bream of £3 and 3 grams, Roy Repton. Senior shore runner-up for fishing for fun with a pollock of £5 5 ounces, Paul Burnett. July junior boat winner from Brixham SAC with a thornback ray of £10 8 ounces, Kieran Farley. Caitlin, sorry.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Matt.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Junior boat runner-up from Brixham SAC from a thornback ray of £7 9 ounces, Sam Barnbury. Barnaby. That's so painful, right? Okay, junior shore winner from Brixham SAC with a cuckoo wrasse of 9 ounces and 2 drams, Lucas Parry. August, for fishing for fun with a garfish of 2 pounds 8 ounces. Sorry, it's the senior boat winner, Darren Miller. Senior boat runner-up from Paynton SAA with a garfish of 2 pounds 7 ounces, Gary Harding. Senior shore winner from Brixham SAC with a thin lip mullet of 6 pounds 4 ounces, Roy Repton. The next one, Paul, was Adam Slack with the runner-up with a blonde ray of 21.14. Okay, the junior boat winner from Brixham SAC with an LSD of 2 pounds 6, Sam Jordan. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis with a black bream of 1 pound 15 ounces and 5 drams, Jack Wright. Junior shore winner from Brixham SAC with a bass of 4 pounds 6 ounces, Alicia Diston. Okay, September, senior boat winner, Paynton SAA with a garfish of 2 pounds 2 ounces and 11 drams, Gary Harding. Senior boat runner-up from Brixham SAC with a blonde ray of 30 pounds, 11 ounces and 3 drams, Adam Slack. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a pollock of 12 pounds, 6 ounces, 8 drams, Mark Heyman. Senior shore runner-up from Brixham SAC with a golden grey mullet, 2 pounds 15, Shay Upham. Junior boat winner from Brixham SAC with a black bream of 3 pounds 13 ounces and 2 drams, Marston Criddle. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis with a black bream of 3 pounds 6, 14 drams, Keir Tweedle. And junior shore winner from Lyme Regis SAC, this is for September, with a pouting of 15 ounces and 6 drams, is Ryan Mayle. And he also took the junior runner-up as well, Ryan. Regis SAC with a spur dog of 20 pounds 1 ounce, Roy Shipway. Senior boat runner-up, stay there, Roy. Senior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis with a spur dog of 19 pounds 4 ounces and 6 drams, Roy Shipway. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a smooth hound of 14 pound 2 ounces, William Ansari. Senior shore runner-up, Torway and Babacombe ASA, smooth hound of 9 pounds 14, Peter Handcock. Junior boat winner. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, buddy. All right. Junior boat winner from Hamilton SAC with an LSD of £1 13 ounces, Archie Sweetland. Stay there again, mate, because junior shore runner-up was Archie with a small eyed ray of £5. June, senior boat winner. James, from Paynton SAA with a bullis of £13.12, James Short. Senior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with a bullis of £13, 4 ounces and 8 grams, Howard Finch. With a smooth hound of £16, 15 ounces from Rob Bender's SAC, Scott Clark. Senior shore runner-up from Timoth SAS with a small eyed ray of £10, 10 ounces from Timoth SAS is Joe Drew. Good. Junior boat winner from Lyme Regis SAC with a mackerel of 9 ounces 13 grams is Keir Tweedale.
Yeah, I know, isn't it?
Next one.
Senior boat, Torbay and Babacombe SAC with a bullis of £14 9 grams, Denise Stacey. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC. Sorry, mate. Thank you. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a smooth hound of £16 13 ounces, Bob York. Senior shore runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a smooth hound of 16 6 8 grams, Scott Clark. Junior boat winner from Lyme Regis SAC with an LSD of £1, 8 ounces and 14 grams, Keir Tweedale. Junior boat runner-up. Sorry, do it again.
Right, we've got 56 of them
now. Junior boat runner-up from Lyme Regis SAC with an LSD of £1, 5 ounces 10 grams, Keir Tweedale. Junior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a mackerel of 14 ounces, Isla Gallagher. I know Grandad's here.
This way, Michael.
Thank you.
We know you're not in, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
Move on to August. Joint winners. For senior boat winner, from Honiton SAC with a red gurnard of £1 11 ounces, and is Chris Sweetland, and with a tub gurnard of £3 6 ounces is Adam Taylor.
Adam's not on, so
Senior boat runner-up from Torway and Babacombe SAA with a bolus of £14 2 ounces, Chris Date. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a smooth own of £14 8 ounces, Rob York. And senior shore runner-up from Robin Rod's SAC with a smooth own of £14 2 ounces, Al Hobbs. Junior boat winner from Honiton SAC with an undulate of £12 1 ounce, Archie Sweetland. Stay there please, Archie, because you've taken the junior runner-up with a red gurnard of 13 ounces 8 drams. Finally, we're into September. Senior boat winner from Lyme Regis, SAC with an undulate of £17 14 ounces, Lewis Hodder. Senior boat runner-up from Torway and Babacombe SAA with a small outright of £11 6 ounces and 7 drams, Sally Dates. Senior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a smooth own of £15 11 ounces, Scott Clark. Senior shore runner-up from Torway and Babacombe SAA with a 3-bearded Rockland of £1 9 ounces and 10 drams goes to Gary Messenger.
Better looking at it as well. Thank you.
Junior boat winner from Lyme Regis SAC with a garfish of 7 ounces and 5 drams, Keir Tweedale. Junior shore winner from Rob Bender's SAC with a scad of 15 ounces and 8 drams, Harvey Nicholson. And junior shore runner-up from Rob Bender's SAC with a Ballon Ras of £4 4, E.B. Gallagher.
You just pause there a minute this time, so running away.
No, no running away this time.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, she is better looking. Thank you.
Just a quick one before we get on to the main bit of silverware on the main trophies we have now. With a blown rate of 28-10-8, 124.5%, Sally Date from Torquay. Best flatfish from Rock Benders SAC with a turbot of 11.6, 379.1% goes to Andy Webb.
How many?
Come on, Andy.
Cheers.
Best specimen conger from DOE SAC with a conger eel from shore, £35, 175%, Adam Nichols. Best specimen bass from Timoth SAS with a bass from the shore of 11.412, 141.2%, Bobby Drew. Best specimen black bream with a fish of 169.1%, £3, 6 ounces and 2 drams, Roy Repton. Dixon, that's it. Right, the best junior boat specimen, the Dawlish Trophy, and it's one from someone from Paynton SAA with a small eyed rate of 12.54, Charlie Passmore. We got apologies for this junior tonight, but I'm sure a man of many faces and many sexes will collect it on behalf of his club. It goes to, with a flounder of £2.7, 97.5%, goes to Chloe Olger of Rob Benders. Sorry, Rob. And finally, we all know the Premier Trophy. Everybody who enters the competition pays their £10, and it goes to the charity of the person's choice. The Castle Trophy winner, Rob Benders SAC, with a turbot of £11.6, 379.1%, Andy Webb. Yeah.
Is it going to work, Brian?
Thank you, Matt, for
You're welcome.
standing in for us. As I say, the food's there. If you all want to, we've got one other thing to do, and that's the photo draw, which Mike will deal with after the food. So help yourself to the food. Yes, yeah. Please take it. You know, if you're fishing tomorrow, take some away. You've heard enough from me for tonight, apart from one thing. We've got one more award to present, basically for everything the person's done for us. All of it, he's going to kill me now. I've known about this for a while, and I know he says not for me. But this is presented to David Rowe for his dedication and services to sea angling. I'd just like to present you with this, David. I won't go into what you've done. You've done everything. You've not your days as NFSA, but as a Wyvern, well, you're the font of all knowledge.
Oh yes.
And you've helped us out tremendously. And I said, I think he's been involved with 39 small boat competitions, all of our opens. He's always there on the day running the events, and he's the focal point for the whole affair. He presently represents us as treasurer and providing us with an excellent conservation report every day. His detail on everything he does is superb. I can't say no more, mate, really. I mean, everybody knows who you are, knows what you. They should know what you've done.
First of all, thank very, very much indeed. It's a total honour because I first received one of these 38 years ago, so it's a long time. In the description of what we do, I think you made a total mess of it out.
What you do and what we do.
I've better been described as jack of all trades, master of none. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So we've travelled down today to Exeter at the Wyvern Region Angling Trust Awards for 2017. People are just starting to turn up, so we're going to get amongst them and actually start talking to one or two of them and seeing how they got on. We're here with one of the best pros here. This guy came up 9 times to collect different awards with different fish. So this is Keir Tweedale. And how old are you?
I'm 10.
So he's 10 years old. How long have you been fishing for?
I've been fishing for a year so far.
A year? So he's only been fishing a year and he's picked up 9 awards on his first competition. Really well done that. Do you enjoy? So what do you enjoy about fishing?
Mainly when you hook the fish and the fight it gives you.
Yeah?
I really like the fight because it gets really, you get really excited because sometimes you don't know what it's going to be and you're like wondering if you're going to guess it or
Yeah.
not. And I really like that about it.
So what's your style of fishing?
Style of fishing?
Do you like, is it off the boat or is it shore?
Boat.
So you like going on the boat? Yeah? Yeah? How often do you go out on the boat, do you think?
Sometimes once a month, but sometimes it's too cold, like December.
Yeah, it's a bit slow. So, Keir's only been going out once a month for a year and he's pulled out 9 awards. That's cracking. Really well done, Keir. Absolutely awesome job. Well done. Take it easy. So, the food's flowing.
Yeah, I had a chance to get to it yet.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very
So
much.
this is the Castle Inter-Club Trophy for the best specimen's fish.
Yeah, this is the real honour, especially for the club. First year club fishing, and what could you ask for much better, to be honest? It's a dream come true, really.
Well in.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
over the moon.
Congratulations.
It's an honour for my club as well. First year with Rob Bender's SAC, absolutely fantastic club, and it's an honour to accept this award on behalf of the club as well. It's a great honour. I can't really see much else, to be honest. But yeah, short for words, mate. Short for words. And also,
it's not very often.
Best flatfish.
That he's short for words either.
Over the moon, literally. It's something I don't think I'll ever see again. And to be fair, with some of the fish on here, you look around there now, right? It's phenomenal, isn't it? Phenomenal.
Yeah, really, really impressive.
Yeah, one for the table, eh?